to Workshop Wednesday. As you see, I'm here at Walt Disney World at their newest resort called the Riviera. It is gorgeous. I'm fashioning my great mouse ears. Everybody has to have mouse ears at Disney World. Lots of fun. But because we've been talking about mosaics, I wanted to highlight some of the most beautiful mosaics that Disney World has. If you look at this one, you'll see all the intricate little details and the microscopic pieces that they have put together. Even in the water areas down here, they have used like 4 shades of blue to create the depth into this display. They actually had an artist from France come over and do this mural of this mosaic. So we're going to pan, and you're going to be able to see that this is actually from Peter Pan. It's the clock tower, and the beautiful star wraps around, and it actually goes clear across the alcove and back down the other side with the ship sailing. There's also another one we're going to highlight from Tangled. So here we are at Walt Disney World Riviera Resort still, another fabulous mosaic. And if you look at this one, you will see it starts at ground level, and it's the tower from Tangled. And it goes all the way up and across the alcove, and on the other side over the castle with all the lanterns.
Notice the perspective of all these layers. That depth, you really feel those layers over them. Of course, the mountains are going in the background, so it's kind of noisy. We're going to go into Magic Kingdom next, and we're going to look at the tunnel where you walk through the castle. They have redone this in the last couple of years. It's the story of Cinderella, and it's all beautiful mosaics. They've gone in and added a lot of gold metallics, and it makes it very relevant for the time period that they're trying to reflect on these mosaics. But the detailing, and if you can go when there's not a lot of people around and really look at these up close, because you can really actually touch and feel them and see all the detailing. It's just stunning, absolutely gorgeous. So take time to notice some of these mosaics when you go out in the world and really appreciate these artists that put all this work into those. Next, we're going to go and look at Epcot around the world, and in a variety of areas they've done all kinds of patterning and mosaics. The detailing, the patterns, the coloring, the textures, and how it's all put together, and even the placement. So when they place them around water features, it makes it a lot more interesting, and the water makes it so relaxing. And you can just really enjoy that. And like this one right here, you notice how the pattern changes from the wall to this detailed of this inset. And it's just amazing. And then you go out into the courtyard, and then there's a whole fountain area, and then they've created and duplicated some of the patterns in different ways out there in an area where you can actually sit and relax around this fountain. It's just stunning. So take time to appreciate those things. We're going to look at what we can use around the house and see what kind of mosaics we can use for ourselves. Here's a mosaic of an anchor that I made. I used it and mosaiced it with tiny little pieces of stone for this one, and then grouted it and attached it to this other frame with a wood background, and used my Cricut and put some lettering on it to hang at the lake. As you can see, the tiny little pieces of stone, and then I grouted it with a natural grout. But I just used tile adhesive on the back of these little stones. These stones, a lot of them were already pre-cut in a kit where you buy like a sheet at the home center stores, and then I just cut them apart and use those little pieces, and then I cut the ones that needed to fit in a little tighter at little angles. Here's another fun mosaic that I created. This one is actually
old CDs. And if you remember when computers first came out many years ago, you kept getting AOL free CDs and all these promos that were in CD form. And so we've collected those over the years, and I had a bunch of those, so I just cut them up, and then I used just regular clear tacky glue, so it'd be transparent, and glued all those onto a pre-cut board the shape of the tag. I added the cording to it, and then I used other little stones that I had found that were already cut in little squares to put the welcome part on there. And then, as you see, I attached it to an anchor that I had purchased. So this is just a fun door decoration that I have hanging up. But we will zoom in a little bit, and you can see I also added some fun little shells. And these are just fake shells, they're not real shells. But I added those in there just for some added interest after I grouted it. So find things that you could repurpose around the house, and you can mosaic with those too. It's a lot of fun.
So take time and notice mosaics around your community and really appreciate all those artists and all the work they put into them. But find ways that you can also make things for your house that you can enjoy. Mosaics are just little pieces of things put together to create a bigger image. So enjoy and have fun.